Hi, I'm John from Gentlemen of Whiskey, and my friends over at OnlyDrams asked me to create a promo video for the newest update to the best app I've found for anything whiskey related. Let's get into it. So when I say that the guys over at OnlyDrams are my friends, I actually mean that. I got to meet Colin at an event that he sponsored that's near and dear to my heart, and we kind of hit it off, and I ended up having both Trenton and Colin on an episode of Bourbon Blinds with Friends. So OnlyDrams is not only a hilariously named app, it's also the best app that I've found for a bunch of different whiskey features. So whether it's checking fair pricing, keeping tabs on your collection, or just checking in on the new bottles that your friends just bought, OnlyDrams has that and a whole lot more. So to kick off this video, since this is whiskey content, I'm going to use my favorite OnlyDrams feature, Pick My Pour, to pick a bottle for me to drink while I'm making this video for you guys. So, got OnlyDrams up here, Pick My Pour. It's going to go through the possible outcomes of my collection, and it picks E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, which I love. Let's get into that. Ooh, there we go. I'll pour a little bit of that. So first things first, we're going to talk about what is actually in the newest version of OnlyDrams. And if you go into your OnlyDrams and you hit the little gear icon and you go to Help Center at the bottom, it will tell you what version you have. The newest version is 3.10.1. So here's what's new in OnlyDrams, and the biggest thing so far that I've seen actually is that it now supports other spirits. So to test this out, since I pretty much only have whiskey in my house, but my wife likes rum, so we're gonna try this Kirk and Sweeney Reserva rum. We're gonna add that to our collection. So you just scan it, boom, $39.99. Add to collection. If you're big into tequila or rum or whatever, OnlyDrams can now do all of that. It's got the same functionality, but instead of just whiskey, it's got everything. All right, so the next feature is custom fields. Now, if you are looking in OnlyDrams at your collection, so let's say you want to track a new field. I'm just picking 13th Colony Cask Strength. We're going to do a custom field here. No custom fields yet. So we're going to add one. We're going to say, I want to do gifted. So I want to see if somebody has gifted me this bottle. We'll type gifted in, we will put a switch number on there, and then we will hit show chip, which makes it so that the value is shown under each bottle, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So you hit save. So then when you go to look at it, you can say, okay, 13th Colony Cask Strength, we'll look at that. We will edit it. That's how you change those things. And then you hit gifted, yes, done, and then it'll show gifted true there. And you can literally track anything. If you want to track what bottles you've taken to bottle shares, you can add a field for that. If you want to do when you opened a bottle, you can do that and put a date field and make the date when you opened it. So you can keep track of what bottles have been opened for what amount of time. It's all super easy and it's all available in the OnlyDrams app. So another new feature is bottle drops. If you go to the homepage, you can see that little tile for bottle drops. You can hit that. There is an Oak Lore Distilling Company bottle dropping in 8 days from when I filmed this. So if that's something that interests you, you can check that out. You can hit learn more or notify me if that's something that you want to buy. I'm sure there will be tons more of this in the future. And one of the coolest things is it tells you all the product details. And I spend a lot of time looking into whiskey. So having that right in front of me, super cool. In addition, they did onboarding improvements, which is a fancy way of saying that it just makes everything easier when you're trying to add things to your collection. So all of that is in 3.10.1. If you don't have it, go to your whatever app store you're using and update it right now. All right, so we talked about a few of the elite features, right? So elite features that we've got going on right now. So it is $49.99 a year, and it includes a couple of different things. So first and foremost is the collection management system, where if you go into your collection, you hit the three dots, you can hit export collection, hit export collection, and then it will send you an email immediately. Has all kinds of data on that. Now, people ask me why you would want that. So I personally, before OnlyDrams, just kept a spreadsheet of all of my whiskey. It's a lot more clunky than just using OnlyDrams though. But if you are somebody who wants to insure your whiskey collection, super easy way. All you need to do is download that CSV. You can give it to your insurance company. It has the purchase value of that whiskey. So whether you just want to use this so that you can do Pick My Pour, or if you want to actually do a great job of keeping track of your collection, OnlyDrams has got you on all of that, and you can do statuses, you can do the percentage of bottle left, you can do when it was opened, all of those things. Super cool customization options, and that's one of the things that makes OnlyDrams the best app for any whiskey collector. Elite also has enhanced real-time pricing. So say I'm out at a liquor store and I see Star Hill Farms. You can look up Star Hill Farms American Wheat Whiskey, and you can see that MSRP is $100, current secondary is $125 to $175, and you can see all of that right there. So it helps you make a more informed decision when you're actually buying whiskey, which is great. I'm going to bet that that feature alone will save you more than $5 a month if you buy whiskey as much as I do. So they're also doing something new called Distillery Verified Program. So if you go into search, you can see all of these verified distilleries. You've got Westward Whiskey, Frey Ranch, Crowded Barrel. Yeah, let's just pick Andalusia Whiskey Company. You can see all 15 of their products. So once a distillery signs up, they verify all of their own data and they add a link to their website so you can go straight to Andalusia Whiskey Company, learn more about their whiskey. Seems like mostly just craft spirits at this point, but I am all about transparency, so this is something that I love. It helps me do the research that I do for my videos way easier. So in addition, the barcode scanner helps with value comparison while you're shopping. So say I was out and I saw this on a shelf, I could be like, hey, can I scan that? Boom. Shows me view details, and then I can see the MSRP, the secondary, just like I showed on the enhanced pricing, which is super cool. And you can also see reviews while you're shopping, so you could see who liked, who disliked DH Taylor Barrel Proof. You might even see a review by somebody like me. So it all helps you make a more informed decision while you're shopping, which is a great thing. I think we all love making the best decisions we can while we're shopping and finding things that we enjoy, and this helps you find stuff that maybe other people enjoyed, or maybe it turns you off. Maybe you see a bunch of bad reviews on Blanton's and you decide not to pick up that Blanton's at $175. In addition to the Pick My Pour tool, which we talked about earlier, you can also pick my blind. Now this is an elite feature, but it is a pretty fun one. So I'm just gonna do an auto select blind. We're gonna go in, we're gonna say auto select. It's gonna create a blind for me. I would give this to my wife most likely. And it would do a reveal. She would show that, hit hide all, and then hit begin blind. Hand it to me, and then I would do my blind. You can save all of it. It gives you accuracy stats at the end. So it's kind of like what Blind Barrels is doing, but you can do it in the privacy of your own home with your own collection, which is super cool. Also, they've added as an elite feature the infinity bottles. So you can create an infinity bottle. We'll say I'm gonna do bourbons. Add contents. Shows you all of the ones in your collection. I'll add Bardstown Discovery 4. And then I'm gonna add 1 ounce, submit. And then we'll add 1792, 12 year. We're going to add an ounce of that, submit. And then it keeps track of your proof, your additions, your fill level, all of that stuff at the top. That is a feature that I actually used to have a separate app for. Again, I think Elite gives you a lot for your money. So currently for $4.99 a month, over top of the normal collection management, scanning barcodes, thousands of bottles, pricing data, and Pick My Pour, with Elite, you get everything in the free tier, plus infinity bottles, enhanced pricing data, custom lists, adding custom fields like we talked about earlier, collection exports that's only available in the elite tier, and Pick My Blind. And then also not on this list, you get entry every month into win that possible bottle. So if you want a chance to win a Russell's 15 or a 2025 Old Forester birthday bourbon, Pappy 23, Old Fashioned Copper, any of those things are things that they've given away in the last 5 months. So super cool. I love OnlyDrams. I think you will as well. So if you are at all on the fence about using it, I think it's a no-brainer to use it. Or if you're on the fence about getting Elite, I think it's worth it. So download OnlyDrams, give it a try, maybe check out the Elite tier, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers.